Alright, let's give this a corner. I've got a spanner. Okay, Dad, do you want to hop in?
Yeah, well, you've got to take all plugs out first, so otherwise you won't go to crank it over quick enough. Yeah, they're hot.
Yes.
They're hot.
Yes, of course. Well, I knew.
I'll tell you what, they're brand new. Well, almost, not quite.
It's like that filter.
Yeah.
That filter's only done a couple of hours, really.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done very much, that's for sure.
The amount of oil is probably flying around in here to get discoloured pretty quick. 153624. Still don't know. Firing order of a V8 off by heart, man. Shows you how many sixes I've had compared to eights. And also maybe my brain can't cope with the extra 10 numbers.
Yes, I mean there's a certain limit of how many numbers you can remember.
Bugger, I'll just drop that one down there. Thank you.
I would have get a meter out and first check this current drain problem.
Well, I noticed that even with the ignition completely off, Dad, underneath, into lock position, there is still an underdash light on at the moment, even with the doors shut.
Okay.
So that could be a slow drain.
I'd say one of your door switches is stuffed.
Yeah, we'll see that as well,
yeah.
But that wasn't obviously
Yeah, but
able to
that
work.
only get it connected to that right there.
Okay.
They go for an under bonnet light. That's all that is.
Alright.
So I wouldn't worry about that one. Sometimes people use that as part of an alarm system as well, but fundamentally that only goes through to there. Someone doesn't realise that you don't torque spark plugs up too tight. What about the ammeter? Does that sort of settle
No,
down?
it didn't settle down. It was still very flighty. Oh, Dad, there we go. Look towards the back. Look how hot it's getting at the back there. So if you look at the plugs, they're not bad, but towards the back, that's getting reasonably hot versus the front, which is a lot cooler. It's not bad.
No, it's not theoretically. I'd say you might have a problem with number one.
But it's not full of oil. Now, where's this compression gauge? All right. I'm clear.
Hang on. Okay.
Thank you. Now this one doesn't hold pressure either, Dad.
Hey?
The moment you pull it off, remember it used to hold pressure?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. It gives down to 0 now.
Well, you have to look at it while it's running.
Let's try it again. Thank you. Peaks at 150. Next. Thank you. Peaks at 150. Next. Thank you. Peaks at 160. Next. Thank you. It's 160 again as well. Next. Thank you. 145. Last one.
That's the one you start.
That's the fucked one.
Number 6.
Yep.
I can tell by the sound of it.
Yeah, because it's just not getting compression. I'd say probably lost a valve out of that, Dad.
I'd say I found there's nothing.
Yeah, it's not dropping enough oil to be a piston ring, I reckon. I reckon the valve's gone on that. And it's getting hot. I wouldn't mind betting it's burned a valve out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Proved the point.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
I won't leave that, in fact, up there. It'll fall off. Oh, well, I'll put this back so it can be driven again, because at least it's mobile at the moment.
Yeah. No, but it's pretty obviously that number 6 is stuffed.
Well, you know what? I think ripping the head off, Dad, and having a look at that, and putting it back on, given that all the other rings seem to be in quite good condition, you know, it actually would be surprising. I think it might work.
Well,
I'm not going to pull it out and have a look at the bottom end for no reason.
Put it this way, if there's a whole piston that'll be blowing oil and crap.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's not coming. You were behind me the whole way.
Yeah.
Was there any noticeable smoke?
Oh, the bloody dogs. Give me that shit.
Well, that's not bad. Compression, you know, between 145 and 160 is good as standard.
That's what you'd expect.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually very surprised then for 323,000 Ks, if that actually is original. Let's say it might have had a bit of love somewhere in its life, you know.
Yeah, it's possible. Okay, the fact that it's just been run, which means it's oil, so means it would mask any problems with.
I see what you mean.
With rings and bore wear.
Oh, so we should let it sit for a while.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. But at least then it proves that under running conditions, it's got good compression.
Yeah.
So, as I said, it's just the fact that there's running shit house because number 6 isn't working at all.
Yeah.
Hang on, what I'll do,
Just goes to show though, you'd probably still get across Australia with it.
if you wanted to,
Yeah.
take that off.
Yeah.
We won't worry about trying to diagnose any other problems at the moment. I can do that at any time at my leisure.
Look, replacing a couple of valves isn't going to be much of a problem there, Dad.
Well, even now we've got another head there, which we can probably in better condition than this.
Well, I've got a head floating around from the VJ, right? Backed by an auto, which was running, but I don't know what condition that's in.
No.
I don't have another 265 head just sitting down doing nothing.
No, I realise that. But
I'd actually redo this one. I'll just pull out any valves. A couple of valves isn't going to cost much, Dad.
I would say it's a well, it's hard to say whether it's inlet or exhaust, but it's most likely exhaust. That's the one that normally goes.
Yeah, it just gets hot. You know, no leaded fuel anymore. They normally run the hottest anyway at the back, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, apart from the fact it's got a completely knackered transmission and a completely knackered head.
Number 6, yeah.
She's actually in reasonable condition, isn't she?
Yes, it works.
Okay, thanks Dad.
Okay.
Now, can you get a couple of copies of that, mate?
Yeah.
At least 2, I'd say.
Okay.
Now this used to be yours.
That's right.
You might as well leave it there. I inherited it
You don't want
somewhere.
copies of these others, do you?
No.